How about this? Jordan Peterson rips to shreds Mark Carney and Trudeau for their anti-energy, insane net zero policies, post-national views, and their commitment to destroy Canada economically. Yes, I think the more that Canadians get to know Mark Carney, they're going to see that he's just kind of a blander version of Trudeau. Mark Carney has been advising Trudeau since 2020, and probably well before then. Mark Carney's good friends. In fact, I think he's the godfather to Chrystia Freeland's daughter, right? These three all have the same ideas and clearly have the same, clearly advocate and want to implement the same policies. I think the more people get to know Mark Carney, the less they're going to like him. But let's hear Jordan Peterson on this.
Of the currently wretched, but still dangerously powerful liberals, one Mark Carney is one of the world's prime advocates of the insane inanities of net zero. He is a man who has planned in writing, not least in his best-selling book, Values, the complete destruction of the fossil fuel industry. Bye-bye, Alberta, if that's not bad enough. And it is. He's also simultaneously an advocate of the same post-national view of Canada defined by Trudeau Jr. and his moralistic minions. What are we, according to such good thinkers? Nothing. But if anything, the oppressive, patriarchal, white, supremacist, identityless, colonial settler state defined by the progressive ideologues in the think tanks and elite dining rooms in Eastern Canada and the protest encampments on the campuses of Canadian universities. None of this fills the MAGA crowd with admiration, in case it needs to be said. None of it bodes well either for the economy of Canada. Doomed to replacement, according to Carney, by the hydrogen, solar, and wind power that either does not exist, that would be hydrogen, or that would doom Canadians to starve and freeze in the dark if it ever came to replace the reliable grid and transportation we also desperately depend on when it's 40 bloody below. We may, when arguing so expensively and incompetently with the Americans, continue to congratulate ourselves on our comparative righteousness. That diet will become even thinner gruel, however, in a future characterized by their explosive economic growth and our rapid descent toward comparative poverty and irrelevance, green though that pathway may be argued, however falsely to be. Carney, to put it bluntly, is not a man like Justin Trudeau, a second-rater, under the mere influence of the World Economic Forum, that Malthusian fear-mongering cabal of authoritarian elitists, drunk on the fumes of their own self-righteous delusions. He is, by contrast, a veritable leader of that movement.
Yeah, I think Mark Carney knows what the useful idiots that will vote for him don't know, which is that energy is your economy, right? This is why Germany's in the process of deindustrialization right now after losing access to all that cheap natural gas from Russia. Right? Mark Carney was the chair of the Bank of England from 2013 to 2020. They have the most expensive electricity in Europe now, and he was pushing the net zero stuff over there. Right? He's been pushing this net zero stuff for a long time and pushing it hard and pushing it and wielding a great amount of influence. Right? There's a reason that, like pensioners can't afford to heat their homes in England. And the reason looks a lot like the face of Mark Carney. So it really needs to be made clear. Your economy is energy. Without cheap, plentiful, reliable energy, you have no economy. You will deindustrialize, right? Everything that Mark Carney is advocating for will deindustrialize Canada. It will make us poor. It will take us out of first world status, which I think we're already getting close to losing first world status. Driving industry out with massive taxes. Mark Carney is actually smart. He must know what the consequences of the policies that he's promising Canadians will be. I think, fortunately, he won't win an election, but how much damage can he do in the time he will have as prime minister? How much damage can he do in that time? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.